We're calling all gods. We're calling all gods toward a new movement of godship. We don't want men. We don't want women. We don't want regular people. We want gods. So when we calling on all gods, all God-thinking people, all of the people that house the light, the power, and the intelligence of God, whose true frequency, whose true tone is Amen, then we're calling all of our people into one republic, into one force, into one source, into one new nation, into one new republic. This is what we're doing, because everything that we had previously that came from the past has not worked for us to this point. We have hit a wall. As black people, we have hit a wall. We have not been living up to our God potential. And when I'm speaking about God right now, I'm not speaking about any gods in religion. I'm not speaking about any gods in Islam, Christianity, Judaism, 5%erism, because all of these things are under religion. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about God unequivocally free thinking, intelligent, supreme beings. People of the higher. Gods who are walking on high, thinking on high above everybody else. This is the people I'm calling on. Everybody's not at this point yet. I realize this. Certain people will not get at this point. It's not going to be for everybody to raise to the level of God. But we've come to a point, we've hit a road, we've come to a fork in the road where either we're going to become a race of gods, we're going to raise to our higher self, and we're going to raise beyond these degenerate ways of all these other races of people and their degenerate philosophies and beliefs, and come with our own stream of higher communication, our own stream of higher knowledge, to raise us into a God-thinking people, from a God-fearing people into a God-thinking people. Either we're going to stop playing games and be God collectively as a body of people, as a race of people, or we could just go ahead and forget it. So we have to call on our people, who we are referring to as black people at this point, people in darkness, to come into the light, to be a part of this transformation from the black race to the bright race, to that solar intelligent race of God beings, that Amen race, absent of all the false gods of man. We are through sharing religions. We are through sharing people's Jesus and Allahs and Yahwehs and Jehovah's, because the minute you say Islam, the minute you say Christianity, the minute you say Judaism, that locks you into the false gods of man. So therefore, you are absent or disconnected from your God self, your higher self. Gods are not believers. Gods are thinkers. Gods take responsibility for everything they do. A God will never be caught blaming anybody for their circumstance and situation. Gods don't do that. Gods blame themselves even when it's not their fault. They still blame themselves. They take responsibility for everything. That's what makes you a God. Gods don't sit around waiting for people to give them things. They go out and take it. If you want supremacy, if you want greater for yourself, then you stop waiting around for people to do for you. You stop waiting around for people to hand you something. You come together collectively as a republic, and you take it together collectively. You think of ways, you produce ways mentally to bring things to you, and you work your ass off to make it happen. As a family, as a collective. We need doctors, we need lawyers, biological engineers, we need architects. That's what we need. This is what we should be sending our children and putting energy into them to go to school for. We shouldn't be having our children sitting up here listening to hip hop and all kinds of stupid music, or watching TV and all kinds of nonsense. We need a new society of people, advanced thinking people, and we have to steer our progeny, our ascension in that direction. People are trying to get our mental energy to focus on nonsense. People are trying to get our mental energy to focus on this race thing back and forth with the damn white man and other races of people. This is all a distraction to keep us from becoming gods, because we've come to the point where there is nothing else for us to go. There is no place else for us to go. So now we have to sound the alarm. We have to blow the horn. We have to blow the trumpet, call all the gods, all of the people who are ready to be transformed into gods. When I say a republic, I'm talking about repopulating the earth with gods, with a greater and advanced new race of people that are coming out of the black race, because we have to be honest with ourselves in this day and time. The black race is finished. The people who are under the title of black are no more. They sitting around waiting to die. And you got others who are standing here waiting to start living. And the people who are living are the people who are moving, and they're going to move together. We're going to have people who are alive, people who are growing, people who are evolving into something greater, moving next to people who are dying. We have to make the separation now. Telling black people to buy from each other and spend money with each other is ineffective when we're not coming up with different ways to create electricity, oil, gas, water, things that we need, natural resources and things that we're going to need to survive in this society. Because it's going to come a time where the white man going to let your hand go. He's going to let your hand go. He's not going to sit around and keep giving you jobs. That's coming to an end. The white man gave you the sign when he told you that he's getting in a damn ship and going to Mars. He's getting out of here. The very people that are keeping the system together on the planet, they leaving. And it's going to be chaos here. That's what it's coming down to. It's God or nothing. It's going to stand. Either we're going to raise a race of gods, or y'all can just forget it. We ain't raising no damn Muslims. We're not raising no Israelites. We're not raising no Christians. We're not raising no Africans. We're not raising no Asiatic black men. We're not raising no 5%ers. We're not raising no Masons. We're not raising no Moors. We're not raising no Kemetic scientists. We're not raising none of that garbage. We're not raising no conscious people, and we're not raising no damn atheists. We're raising a God race in the name of Amen, by the power of Amen, an Amen race out of the black race. A Amen race. When we say in Amen we trust, we're talking about in us we trust. Because that's all we're going to have to depend on is us. So when we tell our people to come in, contribute, take rank in the Republic of Mentellect, the only Republic of God, the only true nation of God, in Amen we trust, not no Allah, because we ain't sharing no gods with no Arabs. We're not sharing no Jesus, no God with no Christians. We're not sharing no gods with no Jews. Don't you understand? Or should I say that you should understand that the reason why we're going through what we're going through, the reason why you're seeing black people going through what they're going through today, you see the police becoming more aggressive toward black people, killing the women now. They're not even just killing the men, they're killing the women. Your belief is going to be your downfall. The belief of the black man and black woman is going to be your downfall. You believe in this conscious nonsense. You believe in this Pan-African nonsense. You believe in this Oshun and Oshango and the ancestors. You believe in the damn ISIS papers. You believe in all this stuff. How is it helping our people in the future? How is this helping our people? Is this going to feed your babies? Is this going to educate your babies? Is it going to be able to take care of us to survive into the future together collectively? Are we going to come together and live by law and order, our own laws and our own order, above and beyond the white man and the rest of these laws and orders? We have to carry ourselves on a higher level beyond them. We trying to raise our people, raise our babies to become the next doctors and lawyers and architects and engineers, both men and women. Both men and women. To be your God self, to be your greatest self, to be all that you can be and more, with no limitations. This what we about in the Republic of Mentellect, as Mentalists. This what we raising up doctors and lawyers and the people who want to be greater versions of themselves and be better versions of themselves. That's what we calling you here to be. A greater version of you. Work with us. Help us find our people. Because that's how we're going to become stronger through numbers. We're going to become stronger through numbers of that bright race, of that God race. That's how we're going to become stronger. through discipline, through law and order, through codes of conduct. That's how God moves. We're supposed to move on a code of conduct above law and order. We're supposed to be carrying ourselves on a higher law and a higher order, a code of conduct. We're supposed to be raising our babies this way. Do you want to be God or not? It's very simple. Do you want to be God or not? Do you want to be Amen or not? The time is now to be God. The time is now to be God. We got God-thinking people in this republic. Come in here and be a soldier of God. Be a soldier. Be a soldier of God, both men and women. Be a soldiers of Amen. This ain't no religion we forming. This is a republic. We are repopulating the planet with gods. Men and women, equally populating the earth with God. That's what the republic means. A race of solar gods. Amen. Because you think about what we could get done as a community, as a governing body, creating law and order in our households, making sure these women have husbands, making sure these brothers have wives, making sure these children are growing up together as a race of young gods, both men and women, respecting each other. This is what we're working towards. Let's raise a race of gods. Let's raise our children as gods, as the chosen people, the true chosen people. Come into the Republic of Mentellect, the true movement of godhood, the true movement of the Godship. Let's fulfill this prophecy as the 144,000 on earth. Let's fulfill this prophecy of God.
It's the Republic of Mentellect, rising out the black race to the white race, out the black race to the white race. It's the Republic of Mentellect, black race to the white race. If it's hell, Amen, then it's hell us. They tried everything just to spell us. Fed us religion, gave us fake gods. Through all of that, we beat the odds. Now we coming together under one flag. Colors red, gold, and blue. Superman, Superwoman, that's me and you. The infinite capabilities that we can do. We the